I don't think it's an accident. Most of the countries that were colonial powers were capitalist countries, and the last bulwark of capitalism today is America. It's impossible for a white person to believe in capitalism and not believe in racism. You can't have a capitalism without racism. And if you find one and you happen to get that person into a conversation and they have a philosophy that makes you sure that they don't have this racism in their outlook, usually they're socialists or their political philosophy is socialism.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm from California. It's a small place near Sacramento. You would never know it. It's called Jackson. I was born into the Howe family through my dad, Philip, and my mom, Lisa. And her maiden name was Rock, and that's important because it comes from Roque, which is German. And so there's German in my blood, and there's British, and then some filtering in. My dad always jokes because he's like 1/16th Jew or something. Let's get into it. For the real world, capitalism is really the only system that truly works. Communism works if everybody's perfect, but since nobody's perfect, it can't really work because the whole point of communism is nobody owns anything. Everybody gets equal stuff. We're all distributing. We live in a commune. We all eat from the same food. We all use the same spaces. But human nature is such that somebody is going to go, but that's mine, and I want that, and I'm going to do a lot to you in order to make sure you don't get it.
America? Europe? Well, they looted their way to the top. They looted their way to the top. And even now, they still rely on the same tactics. Military interventions, sanctions, corporate exploitation.
Capitalism is difficult. That's my rephrasing of that is, I really, really like base grassroots capitalism. I do you a service and then I get money for it. Or I give you a good, you give me money for it. I think that's massively different from corporate capitalism, which is Walmart makes $1 billion in 2 seconds because they said pretty please and then scammed a bunch of people. I think those are totally different, and one of them is theft and the other one is capitalism. And in corporate capitalism, unfortunately, there is a lot of like pointless, dumb, stupid race stuff going on. Like people just being like, there can't possibly be like a black Little Mermaid. There can't possibly be this person up in this vice president role or president role or this part of the company. And it's like, you're so concerned about image because your shareholders might get mad. The thing with corporate America and corporate capitalism is Disney is the only option. Walmart is the only option. Google is the only option. And so when the only option is racist, that bit is racist.
I don't think it's an accident. Most of the countries that were colonial powers were capitalist countries, and the last bulwark of capitalism today is America. It's impossible for a white person to believe in capitalism and not believe in racism. You can't have a capitalism without racism. And if you find one and you happen to get that person into a conversation and they have a philosophy that makes you sure that they don't have this racism in their outlook, usually they're socialists or their political philosophy is socialism.
I try to think also, like, the macro level is something that I find difficult because I don't have statistics in front of me all the time and I don't hear about all of everybody's stories. But I feel like we've done a better job recently at getting into the nooks and crannies and fixing some of these things. And I think that sometimes the pendulum swings, and I really, really hope it settles back in the center where we can all just hire each other based on the work that we do. Don't look at the name, don't look at the race. Just show up, do a good job. And so, I don't know. I feel like that's what we do here at Redeemer with the ops team. I feel like we do a good job. And so it's really, really easy to look at a microcosm of our Redeemer ops team and go, look, it works great. And then go, let's do this for everyone. And not everyone is us. And I'm not saying we're perfect, we're definitely not, but not everyone is as successful as we have been. And so how do you account for that? So I think that's where a system comes into it. And that's really difficult. For all my waffling, I guess I'd have to say I don't know.
And they have a philosophy that makes you sure that they don't have this racism in their outlook. Usually they're socialists or their political philosophy is socialism.